There's a unique tradition. Every child, at the age of 12, must go through a special procedure to become an adult. A girl named Sisu was 2 days away from turning 12, but she had no idea. There was a hidden secret behind the ritual. Not until a mysterious traveler named Kino arrived did the truth slowly come to light. Kino told Sisu, "Even though I look like an adult, I still act like a kid in many ways." She had no steady job, no desire to be tied down, just a wish to travel freely and see the world. Sisu was confused. In her country, all the grown-ups quietly endured everything, never showing emotion, even when they hated their work. Happily, Sisu shared that she'd have the procedure tomorrow. The doctors would remove the kid part from her brain, turning her overnight into a responsible adult. That way, she could smile through anything, even things she didn't like. But Kino asked her, "Is a life spent doing only what you dislike really a life worth living?" Sisu couldn't figure out whether Kino was an adult or a child. It seemed to her that only kids could live so freely. She asked Kino, "Who are you, really?" Kino simply said, "I'm just Kino, that's all." Kino encouraged Sisu to try things she loved, like singing, dancing, or exploring the world without limits. Something seemed to click inside Sisu. Her eyes lit up with a new spark. The next day, a crowd gathered to celebrate her coming of age. But Sisu's mind had changed. In front of everyone, including her parents, she bravely announced she wouldn't go through with the procedure. She wanted to stay true to herself. The moment she spoke, her father scolded her angrily. She'd never seen him like this before. Even her once gentle mother turned cold. Word spread quickly across the country. People insulted her family, blaming them for raising a disobedient child. Sisu's father confronted Kino, accusing her of poisoning his daughter's mind. Though Kino wanted to explain, as an outsider, she had no right to interfere with the country's rules. When the surface harmony shattered, Kino decided to leave this so-called nation of adults. She said a real goodbye to Sisu, but Sisu's father stood behind them, holding a sharp blade, a cold smirk on his face. He was ready to end Sisu's life. The rulers believed that a child who wouldn't obey was a failed creation, one that had to be erased. Facing her father's threat, Sisu showed no emotion. Her eyes met his icy stare. Suddenly, blood splashed across her face. Kino had jumped in front of her. The crowd looked at Kino, lying on the ground, without an ounce of pity. They blamed the outsider for everything. That's when Sisu finally understood. These adults had no minds of their own. They obeyed like machines. Looking up, Sisu saw birds flying freely across the sky. She decided to break out of this prison of a country. The air began to smell like freedom. A path stretched out before her, leading far away. Sisu finally reached a field of flowers, where she lay down, gazing quietly at the wide blue sky. From then on, she took a new name, Kino, because from the very beginning, Kino was never just one person. Anyone saved by that spirit could become Kino. After hearing this story, do you understand what it's trying to say?